Alright guys and gals, this is Northman. We are back, this time testing the new recoil. I'm using the M4 and I'm actually comparing this to the M4 in my original comparison video for the different variants of the M4s. Now, getting into this, I'm going to have a full speed, full auto comparison side by side. Now, I'm also slowing this down next and I'm adding bars so you can see the kick up. So the initial kick up on the new recoil is much lower than the old recoil, but where the old recoil will settle back down, the new recoil keeps rising up slowly. Now, this is very important because this changes how you're going to utilize recoil. This is an old clip from very long ago, and you'll actually see you can tap fire on semi-auto very accurately back in the day. But when you switch over to full auto, and this very long ago, full auto was actually fairly controllable in the vertical, but you had a lot of side to side. We don't really have that side to side anymore. So this new recoil with lower initial kick is very useful when you start doing stuff like burst firing. So if I go full auto and I just tap fire really quick, I can take advantage of that low initial kick up and actually come in and rapidly fire multiple shots on full auto with quick succession in a fairly accurate way. You're still going to have less recoil and muzzle climb going semi-auto, but this is highly effective in order to get a lot of shots on target really fast. And if you can click quickly and get your pacing down, which I highly suggest if you have the hideout range unlocked, you go in and test this and practice on it, or you go in offline raid and you practice there. I went into an offline raid, and I'm going to show that full raid at the end of this so you guys can kind of see how to utilize this in combat. I turned up the scavs to very high and I ran around, and by using a short burst, I was able to accurately hit thorax and headshots very consistently. I think the longest I actually engaged was maybe 30 meters. That's where this is going to be really effective, is those close to medium range. Once you start getting into true medium range, where you're shooting out, I'm going to say 50 to 150 meters, that's going to be a little less effective. You're going to have to slow down a little bit, but you could still theoretically utilize this. I hope you guys are enjoying this. If you are, hit like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. It lets me know the kind of content you want to see. And I do this mostly for fun, so I also want you guys to enjoy it. But I was messing around with this mostly because I was curious, and having played Tarkov since early days back in 2017, and seeing all the changes in recoil, I wanted to actually showcase why I think this is actually the best situation we have. The low side-to-side recoil with the M4 I think is very nice, and then having controllable vertical recoil where the auto settling isn't actually, compensating for I don't want to say lack of skill, but compensating for the player instead of the player being able to make different choices, such as if you're really close, point firing on full auto because you just need to spray them down. But if you have the opportunity to do a little bit more of a controlled burst, this actually promotes that, and it's promoting more semi-auto fire. Instead of having a 60 rounder and you just hold down and wait for it to settle and then you're beaming everyone. Now there's a little bit of work, not too much work. It's very usable, but not overly complicated. It gets intuitive quickly. So again, hope you guys enjoy this, and I'll catch you on the next one.
Забыл, кто тебе батон в будку закидывает.